evening, Rotorua tonight on City News. Positive ageing is the theme for tomorrow's Age Concern Expo. A new children's acute assessment unit has begun operating in Rotorua Hospital, and the Big As Rotaz race is on tomorrow, rain or shine. Recent dog attacks around the country has prompted a warning from officials to be aware of the dangers of some breeds of dogs, as well as a reminder to owners to ensure their dogs are under control. In Rotorua last week, 3 people were injured, 2 seriously, after being attacked by a pit bull. RDC Senior Dog Control Officer Kevin Coots says the incident is a reminder for dog owners to ensure dogs were under control, as well as the need for others to be wary of dogs not known to them.
I'd say 99.9% of dog attacks go straight back to the owner. If the owners were more responsible, if the gate was shut, if the dog was on a lead, if a lot of minor things that had happened that the owner's responsible for, they wouldn't happen.
A children's acute assessment unit has opened at Rotorua Hospital with the aim of ensuring children receive a comprehensive paediatric service of the highest standard in a child-friendly environment. The unit is now in its 8th week of operation and so far has seen more than 100 children. Clinical Nurse Manager Bridget Wilson says the main focus of the unit is to ensure the pathway of care for children and their families is smooth and child-friendly. The unit runs from Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. And support the International Day of the Older Person this weekend by visiting Age Concern's Positive Ageing Expo at the Soundshell. Society President Shirley Hatch says there's over 30 stalls and displays with information and advice. Also on for the young at heart is Lady Lollipop and the Candyland Crusaders. It's the Blue Bath's latest production for the school holidays. Manager Joe Romaine says the show has all the elements of a traditional pantomime. For showtimes and news of the drama workshops, visit bluebaths.co.nz. And as we air tonight, Rotorua Business have gathered for the Rotorua Chamber of Commerce Westpac Business Excellence Awards. We'll have full coverage of the winners on Monday night. In sport tonight, the Bay of Plenty Steamers take on Otago tomorrow at Bay Park Stadium. Kick-off is at 5:35 p.m. And you can expect to see hundreds of teenagers frantically running around the city tomorrow as part of the Big As Rotaz race getting underway. Start off is at 10 a.m. at Puerto Park. To your weather update now. Tonight, showers with westerlies freshening and an overnight low of 4. And we have a full forecast of the weekend's weather coming up after City News, thanks to Met Service. Don't forget, for program listings or to watch City News again, you can visit our website, tvrotorua.co.nz. And you can look us up on Facebook, that's TV Rotorua. Still to come in tonight's show, we catch up with local designer and fashion boutique owner Adrian Whitewood to find out about her show at last month's New Zealand Fashion Week. We meet inspiring early childhood education teacher Fiona Smith, and the Rotorua District Festival of Gardens organiser Paul Shaw wants you to think about entering your garden into next year's festival.
Kia ora. Well, many of you will recognise the lady standing next to me, Adrian Whitewood, our local fashionista extraordinaire. Kia ora, Adrian.
Kia ora, Kitty.
Well, it's always a pleasure to come in and see you in your shop on Erueda Street. Ahu, little plug in there. You are well known in the community for having done amazing things with fashion. And I remember interviewing you as a student a few years ago.
Yeah.
You won some competitions, and look at you now. How are things going?
Really well. I was nominated for the Emerging Business of the Year, and now I've become a finalist, so
Fabulous.
Pretty exciting. So I've just finished a presentation. I did a hologram of a fashion show. So the awards night, I think, is on October the 3rd. And so we find out whether or not we actually won our category, but just being a finalist has actually done a lot for the business. It's for my business, Ahu, and just being nominated among my peers, has been really great, and it's good to see more Māori business at the awards this year. So
absolutely, and I have to say, and she might not like this because she might be particularly humble, but Adrian is a wonderful example of a person that statistically may not succeed, young, Māori, female, and here you are, and so well done you.
Thank you.
Well done you.
And you.
Now, I'm on TV Rotorua. So we love TV Rotorua, we do. Tell me a little bit about that drive and that passion, where that originally came from. Were your parents very supportive, or did you have amazing teachers?
I think it's a combination of things. I've been real privileged, and I always say I'm real privileged to grow up here in Rotorua. I've had so many great Māori female role models. Like, they're really strong on that push. There's a lot of out of school programs for me when I was growing up to get around Māori role models, and I think that's probably one of the great successes. I've had so much help in business as well through Māori funding networks and schemes, so a combination of that, great family support, and just my own personal determination, as well as I'm one of those people that when you fail at something, you just get back up. I never say never, or never say die for me. So yeah, it's just I'm strong-willed. Yeah.
You are strong-willed, and that will has taken you all the way to Fashion Week, New Zealand Fashion Week. How was that?
It was great. So this year it was my 4th year showing, so that was pretty exciting, and I got to launch the website there, adrianwhitewood.com. I got to show my new range, which was my spring-summer collection. Got a lot of good reviews. I was in the Herald, a few people blogging about me. So all in all, it was quite a good success.
Yeah, that is. And so what's the spring-summer fashion trends? What have you got? Can you show us a few pieces?
It's probably a lot of brights. I've shown one of these before. For me, it's always prints. So I'm a bit different in the sense where I'm a destination store. So I have a specific type of product people are looking for. So I can actually do whatever I want, really. I have a lot of brights. So prints. This season I'm doing a lot of pew prints, so the tassel and the pare.
And I saw that, actually I saw this, and I want to show you this blue one here, which is one of my personal favourites, and I'm very lucky I got to wear it at the recent Kapahaka festival. And so this is a very popular one.
Yeah, it has been really popular. I've done the tāniko at the top and then again the tassel at the bottom. For me, I think what's going to be popular in summer coming up is just lots of light stuff. So this is chiffon. It's really light wearing. You just wear a slip underneath it, some sandals, or you could wear leggings. Everyone still wears leggings in summer if you want. But that's
so the layering?
Layered look, yeah, you can wear something underneath it. Yeah, you can put maybe a longer dress underneath.
Well, there are quite a few passionate young designers in Rotorua at the moment, aren't there? And is it mira moda? Is that how you say it?
Miro is in the twine.
Oh, miro.
And moda is in the Italian word for fashion.
Ah.
Yeah, so a great friend of mine, Carl Widepa, he actually won Miro Moda, the competition. So me, him and a few others from around this area, we went to Fashion Week, and that was all sponsored by Miro Moda. So it's an Indigenous apparel board that sponsors Māori designers. And I think 90% of the designers that have shown through them have their own businesses or working for themselves or stocking in other stores. So the success rate is tremendous, really tremendous.
Do you and Carl brainstorm sometimes together, or do you share motivational stories? Do you share disappointments? Do you unpick mistakes together?
We're real good buddies, so we probably see each other quite often. I see him, and he'll tell me things. I like this, or we actually do bounce ideas off each other. And I think that's kind of just from living here. I think it changes the culture as well, because we're quite communal with things like that around here. So yeah, I'll maybe push an idea on him. He'll push an idea on me. We sort of bounce ideas off each other. We've thought about doing some shows together. So yeah, it's he's
Watch the space.
Yeah, watch the space. Yeah.
Yes, well, he was certainly watching over the right at the right space with the lady in the house, wasn't
Yeah.
he? Went in and saved the lady, and I thought, wow,
that was
go you,
he's
fashion
got a lot of
designer.
skills, yeah. Fashionista to life-saving hero. That was my blurb. So yeah, that's quite cool.
Oh, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for
Hey,
spending
thank
some
you.
time with us, and congratulations on all of your success. And I wish you well for the festival down in Wellington.
Awesome.
And thank you again for letting us come in. And if you would like to come in and get something beautiful made here in Rotorua by this beautiful designer, then come down to Rotorua Street. Ahu is where it's at, and you will find something really lovely. Kia ora.
One of the most important things that takes place in your early childhood is to make sure you have an inspiring teacher, someone who's there with your best interests at heart. Luckily enough for us, we have those members in our community. Fiona Smith here is a runner-up of the Inspiring Teachers Awards. Fiona, can you let us know about your background? What got you into early childhood?
I think I got into early childhood because of my family background. I had little sisters that I always looked after, and I just sort of thought that would be something that I would like to do. And then so when I did my study, I just really enjoyed it, and so I stuck with it, and that was a few years ago now. So I've been doing it for over 20 years, and I've been here at Little Lights for the last 18 years, and just really enjoy the job. And I do a bit of teaching, but I am the manager of the centre now, so I also look after all the staff. Yeah, so I think that's where I sort of lead them. Yeah.
So you really do enjoy your job, but what are some of the aspects that you enjoy the most?
I think creating a positive environment and making relationships with the children and their families. Knowing that we're providing education for the children that is going to keep them going for the rest of their lives, like it gives them a good grounding. Yeah, that's what I enjoy. Yeah.
Because you really hit home there when you said it's not just about the children, but it's about the families as well.
Yes.
Because it's the interaction with the parents that's just as important as it is with the children, isn't it?
Yes, definitely, yeah. It's not just the child that comes to the kindy, it's the whole family, and we do events that include the whole family as well at the kindy. So, it's not, it's a complete family kind of orientated business, really. Yeah.
And so what are some of the beliefs that you go by when running a business like this?
Well, we believe that the children sort of come first, and then so they get to make the choices, and they get to be able to come to kindy and decide what they want to do for the day. We really listen to what the families want as well, and as a Christian centre as well, we're trying to put the values of the Christian values in for the children as well. So yeah.
Now, you were nominated for the Inspiring Teachers Awards.
Yes. Yeah.
How did you find out that you were nominated?
Well, Warehouse Stationery rang me and said that I came runner-up, and so I was just like, whoa, I was really, really honoured and really, really surprised. I didn't, I just have someone to say such nice things, and so it was really awesome, yeah.
And who was it that nominated you?
Chris Davidson. She's been a parent at the centre for the last 10 years or so, and she's had 5 children come through the centre, and so I think we've built up quite a good relationship over the years, and what she said was just amazing. Yeah.
And what did she say about you?
She just said that I listen to what the parents have to say and act on what they say. Talked about how we'd put in a bike track for the kids, and that came from an interest that the children had, and then it was in both areas as well, because we've got under 2s and over 3s and under 3s as well, so we had bike tracks in both areas, and she really liked the fact that I'd done that, because that's what Rotorua at the moment, the biking is such a big thing, so yeah.
Now, not everyone gets recognised in their field of
No.
work, do they? And so how did that make you feel to be recognised for the hard work you do?
Oh, I was really honoured, actually. It was really, I felt quite, it was, it was really sweet, yeah. It was really, really good, yeah.
And where to from here?
where to from here? I don't know, just keep doing what I'm doing, I suppose. And I mean, it's the teachers that I work with, I think, that really make the centre what it is. They're amazing, and really should, you know, it's not just me, it's them as well, and they do an absolutely amazing job, and I just want to keep making sure that I look after them and make sure that they keep doing what they're doing. Yeah.
So it's a network, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good team.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a team focused thing.
Because it's about that environment, and if you didn't have that environment in place, then you couldn't do what it is that you do best.
No, that's right. And you know, work in such a beautiful place as well, and having the nature and all that sort of surrounding us is really important, and the animals, and
Well, thank you so much, Fiona, for giving us a moment of your time. And
Thank you.
Wish you well and keep up the great work.
Okay, thank you.
So what is the Garden Festival and who attends this kind of event? With me today we have the chairperson Paul Shaw plus a few committee members to educate us Rotorua Bay of Plenty residents about this special time of year. Paul, what is the Garden Festival?
Well, it was set up a number of years ago to promote gardening as a healthy, good thing for families and any age group, and it was also set up to promote Rotorua as a good place to live.
How long ago was that?
Over 20 years ago.
And so it's evolved from then?
It's evolved from then, and it's got bigger every year and more upmarket, and we've been able to sell more tickets, raise more money and give more money to charity.
How many gardens do you usually have in the Garden Festival?
The last few years there's been about 45 gardens.
Any type of style of garden?
There are all sorts of gardens. There's very small gardens, from very small town gardens to large country gardens, which caters for all sorts of people's tastes. Not everybody wants to look at a large country garden, or not interested in a small town garden. So,
when people put in the application to showcase their garden, what's the process with that?
well, the process is that we interview these people and check that their gardens are of the standard that we require for the festival, and then we write an article about that garden if it's suitable. We write an article about the garden and we do photographs of the garden so that we can produce a booklet. So that has to be done a year before the festival.
Now this is not just an event to showcase the gardens, is it? It's also a fundraiser, am I correct?
It's a fundraiser. Any money that we make over and above the running costs of the festival, it goes to charity, and the last festival all the money went to the rescue helicopter, and that's where it's going in the future at this stage.
Now you've got a couple of committee members here with you today. Can you please introduce them to us?
Well, this is Joan, and Joan's our media person and promotion person, and Phil is our finance man.
Because there's a lot involved with running any kind of festival, and especially one that's as unique as the Garden Festival. So how big is your team?
Our team at the moment is 8 people.
Oh.
Yeah, because 8 people, and it's all voluntary. We must emphasise that. It's all run by volunteers. Nobody gets anything out of it. The gardeners don't get anything out of it. They do it for love.
So what date is your next upcoming festival?
The next festival is the 13th, 14th and 15th of November 2015.
And so what are you going to do in preparation leading up to that?
In preparation for that festival, we need to select the gardens this November, do the photographs in the gardens this November, and do the write-up in the gardens so that we can start getting the book published first thing next year in February, March.
And how do people buy their tickets? How do they find out about this?
They can buy their tickets online, or we've always sold them through Palmer's Garden Centre in Rotorua.
And they're $30 a ticket?
And they're $30 per person for the 3 days.
What day would they start going on sale?
They'll go on sale 3 months before the festival, probably.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the information. I'd love to see your garden.
Okay, that'll be fine.
So we're amidst Paul's garden, and this is not exactly what you'll see come the festival, because it is the wrong time of year and there is still quite a lot to do. But Paul, can you please explain to us what it is that we're looking at here? What is it that you're showcasing in this part of your garden?
Well, basically it's the pond, the water feature with the waterfall and the pond. But as you said, at the actual festival in November, the type of things that I'll be showing will be different. The different plants will be showing at that time of the year.
So Paul, we've had a look around your garden. It's absolutely splendid, even though it's not in the shape it's meant to be. I still enjoyed it. Is there anything that you would like to add?
I would just say that this is only one garden. There's a lot more gardens, and I'd encourage people to get out and buy a ticket and enjoy all the various gardens that are available, and in the process making a very good contribution to the rescue helicopter.
Well, thank you very much for your time and thank you for sharing the information. 2015 Garden Festival showcasing Rotorua, but not only just the central district, also around the outskirts as well. So don't forget, get a ticket and be here.
That was Rotorua District Festival of Gardens organiser Paul Shaw talking with Melanie Groves. The biennial Rotorua District Festival of Gardens is on next November in 2015, so there's plenty of time to get your garden ready for the show. Thanks for watching tonight. Don't forget to watch City News again. You can visit our website tvrotorua.co.nz. We hope you have a great weekend. From all the team here at City News, for Maria.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.